All right, ladies and gentlemen, slight change of action here because we're back here in the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Season Masters League, brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, and Intel, and presented by Norton Gaming. And of course, it's not just me in the studio. आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करते हैं सूरत की शान, सूरत की मान, सूरत की आन, रंजीत मामा सीनियर
Oh
पटेल.
my All right. So for all of these guys wondering if it's a brilliant idea, it was Vagish's idea. If it's a terrible
It's
idea,
lacking
still is
something,
Vagish.
Mamba. You know it. Do it, do it, do it,
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
it's
ऐसे
lacking
ऐसे मुंह
some.
छुपा के करी, मुंह छुपा. Shh.
No. I wish I could do it like Rajnikant, right? Just like this. I
try.
can't. I'll poke my eye.
Acha, okay.
I don't want to go blind.
Go for it.
All right. So
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, सूरत की शान,
No,
सूरत
we-
की आन, सूरत की मान, रंजीत मामा सीनियर पटेल. तालियों के साथ
let
अभिनंदन
them
करें
know the
इनका.
reason at least, right? You might want to tell them the reason why we're wearing the glasses.
Oh yeah. Okay. Just so that you know, Mamba has decided that since everybody is wondering why I wear shades, and there's a night bot which has been placed in your chat already why I wear shades. But very surprisingly, Mamba, I realize people in India are very, very, very weird because they never read the comment up. They just want to comment anything. And after, it'll be like, मैंने comment किया, why does Vagya wear sunglasses? There'll be a Nightbot comment right above their comment, Vagish is suffering from an eye problem. That is why he's wearing sunglasses. And guess what? Because of that very same reason, Mamba has decided to show some solidarity, show some support. Why should Vagya have all the fun? All right, Ranjit ji. आज का CSGO गेम का शुभारंभ करते हैं. दो बहुत ही
बोल रहे हो यार तुम मेरे लिए.
Acha, okay, so let's begin today's CSGO game, ladies and gentlemen. We have two very interesting game here. I'm going to be the pilot here in this flight. We're going to be flying at 35,000 feet. I hope you enjoy your flight. Crew, please close the doors.
That was a nice one though. That was a really nice
बहुत
one.
light में चढ़ लिया. No, but ladies and gentlemen, very interesting CSGO game lined up for you guys today. We have Invictus versus VAC Banned. So without wasting any further time, let's quickly take a look at the first team here, Invictus. All right, that's predominantly the old.
Invictus entity.
No. In the order.
Eternal.
So the old entity then turned Eternal, then turned Invictus.
It was Invictus before this. Like the first team was.
No, but the team wasn't the same.
it wasn't the same. But still,
Huh.
we had Ribby and Excalibur.
I'm not talking about the brand name. I'm talking about player-wise. It was the old entity, then it became the new Eternal, and now they have become from the old Eternal to the new Invictus.
New Invictus, yeah, pretty
It's
much.
like a flower changing shape. It is biologically incorrect, but wait, it happened. Indian CS:GO and their roster shuffles, ladies and gentlemen. Ha 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 ha. All right, from that cheap joke, let's move on to the team. Invictus, what's your thought? What's your thought on that?
It's a pretty strong team, to be very honest, because we've seen these guys play for a really long time. Ishpreet Singh, Hunter, he was the best top of the last year. Excali, one of the most mechanically talented.
And they're
gifted
reigning
players.
supreme on the standings right now.
Well, I'm not surprised because they are by far the best team. I mean, obviously, Brutality has been showing up as well. Brutals have been showing up as well. No, the reason why I'm saying this is
You're
that
treading dangerous waters there, Ranjit. Dangerous waters there. You cannot do this, milad.
But the standings speak for itself, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, the standings won't lie. The points table won't lie. Brutals have lost only one more match than these guys.
True. I mean, it's up there for per usual there. Invictus up top, Entity Gaming. I'm really very happy. Mamba, I'm really, really very happy that unlike the last year's edition of the ESL India Premiership, this time around, the leader of this standing still has at least one game as a loss in their kitty.
Oh yeah.
It's not a clean slate for anybody, which shows the amount of effort every single team has put in, irrespective of the position they're at.
That's true.
Sadly, some teams are at the position they're at because of their own grievances, economy management, which Adi hates when they don't do economy management. I mean, come on, man. We spent one entire year, you, me, Adi, we spent one entire year, and it took one national TV edition also to explain what economy management is. And if still they don't want to listen, well, it's like me being a parent, like, ja beti ja, जी ले अपनी जिंदगी.
Oh boy.
मैं क्या रोकूं? I can't do that, no. I can't do that.
You sound like Om Puri right there.
Okay, that scared me. You know what? Just to diffuse that scare, let's take a look at Team VAC Banned. All right, so that's Team VAC Banned for you guys. In fact, no offense, but me and Adi have made a lot of digs at this team last year,
Yeah.
just for the name itself. Nothing offending, nothing demeaning. It's just that how do you have a name called VAC Banned when you're yourself on the like verge of relegation? I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Like, I'm not taking this away from you guys. You guys, see, man, I'll maintain it so that I make my stand much more clearer than
And
it
you don't
already
get
is.
bashed on Facebook.
Huh?
And so that you do not get bashed on Facebook.
Even
Unlike-
if I do, what's the harm? Like, I mean,
No, we've
Facebook
seen
is meant
certain
for
things
your
which don't take
views.
it really
Not
well.
that I care about everybody's views. Sure, I
That's-
care about a
that's-
few select people's
If
views.
I just want to bring this one point up, like, people have opinions, and people can have different opinions, and it's not necessary that opinion will affect you, unless obviously it's affecting your personal life. So just if people could just agree with the fact, or take this thing inside them, right?
No,
or
nobody
understand
wants
this,
to do that, Mamba. Nobody wants
the
to do
world
that.
would be a much better place if people.
हाँ
just understood.
मतलब I'm pretty sure if like unless and until I've been living under a rock, we are still a democratic country. Everybody
No,
has
no,
a
no,
right
no,
to
no, we're
opinion.
not. Anyway, jokes apart. let's-
Jokes
this-
apart, jokes apart. Since I was continuing, not to take anything from you, VAC Band, or any other team for that point of matter. Why just VAC Band? War Gaming is currently in the last of the leaderboard here. I'm not taking anything from any team away. Each team is special in their own right. Whether be it Dota, whether be it individually, I'm talking about players in Clash Royale, or whether be it Counter-Strike. It's just that you need to be better. And nobody can, and trust me, it is coming from a person who's seen esports teams rise up from the dust and seen teams go from up in the heavens to dust. I'll tell you one thing. The moment you fail to take criticism, ladies and gentlemen, in your stride, that is not a healthy way to grow up. It is not meant for your downfall. It is meant for your own good. Nobody's criticizing because they want to see you lose. They want to see you be better. My dad criticized me when I joined my media studies course. He's like, hey, I'm a banker. Your brother's an engineer. Why are you doing this? Nobody knows anything about it. I'm like, sure. It's my responsibility. I will take the responsibility for any fallacy which occurs later. You're getting my drift. So it's for your own betterment. We want you to be better. Ek to you're already in the Masters League. That's a moment of pride for each and every one of you 12. But that's not just it. There should be some ambition behind it. Why should I be 12? Why should I be 11? I should be up top in the first 4. And that should be the dream, ladies and gentlemen. And that also brings us to the point of time where we bring to you the map pick and veto. Inferno. Ah! How could I lose? No! No! Mama, give me your hand.
No, dude, it's
Okay, then.
it's a new blazer. Come on, man.
I thought we were friends.
I'm not gonna let you wipe your tears on my blazer, dude. Come on, I'm really
Can you let
possessive
me
of my
wipe my
blazer.
eye?
No. Don't look at me. Do not look at me.
All
with your
right.
eyes.
Just messing with Ranjit here. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Invictus has gone ahead and banned Cash,
It's like the
Mirage,
instant ban.
Dust 2. Train, Nuke, Inferno gets banned by VAC Banned, and Overpass has been picked. Pretty interesting map. Lot of fun-filled fast rotations. No. This is the. Allow me to take this for a second, please. I know you're pro, but let me also give some of my gyan. So, like I was saying, this map is fun. This map is layered in the sense it's got one pivotal spot, the center, the center passage there. If you rotate fast enough, you can overturn your opposition's defense in good amount of time. It's about how quick you are in terms of thinking on your feet. Literally. Am I right there, Mamba?
Absolutely. See, Vakesh is a really good player mentally, I'd say. A lot of times, Adi would probably disagree, but I'd say
Like you said, everybody's got their own opinion. I don't care about what Adi thinks.
selective opinions right there.
All right.
No, but jokes apart. So, the thing about overpass is that, obviously there are fast rotations because the bomb sites are stacked on top of each other, right? It just gives you so much more space to try new strategies. I mean, you could be smoking from the A bomb site towards the B bomb site. You could be faking from the B bomb site to the A bomb site. But looking at these guys, the trend I've noticed against better teams. Against better teams, yeah. All right, so PCR, I mean, if you could take a picture of Agi, she's been requesting this since a very long time. But,
yeah.
So, the trend I've been noticing against teams like, when lesser known teams like VAC Banned play against teams like Invictus, right? We've seen it to be a really, I mean, okay, so this might seem a little out of place when I say B heavy plays, because the A bomb side, fine, it does, sure, it gives you a lot of, it does give you space to try out new stats and everything. But I think B bomb side is it just gives you a little more space to work with when you're the terrorist side and you're trying to take a bomb side. I just think it's a little easier bomb side to take. So if I'm not mistaken by the way this game is going to go on, I think it's going to be a little more about the B bomb side rather than the A bomb side. And if the rotations on,
I've realized the B bomb side is much more favored in terms of a choice of bomb side and overpass. I don't know. Is it if this has got another scene?
I don't think I can generalize. I don't have enough stats on that, but I've just seen. This is a trend I've noticed.
No, I'm totally on board with you on that one. It's just that every single time I've seen overpass getting featured as a map, I always end up seeing a lot of B plants than A plants. Maybe it's convenience. Maybe it is easier to acquire B bomb site. I do not know. I'm not a
so
pro
one of the other
player.
reasons why this happens is because of the fact that it's a little easier and it's a little faster to take the control towards the B bomb site
because you can
go
straight
really
ahead, yeah.
you can be really quick. You can Molotov off the pillar and then you take shot control.
True,
You have the shot control already, and if you manage to take mid control, then it just gives you a lot more space to work with. It's just a little more quicker to take the control out towards the B area. Take control.
So you can definitely unnerve the opposition there. In
Exactly.
fact, what you've mentioned. Let's bring you the video for the map here, Overpass.
Overpass. A mix of vertical and classical designs makes this map one of the favorites of many professional teams. The team that controls the connector usually comes out with the win.
Yeah, the connector, the connector, the main pivotal point of this entire map, which will enable you to acquire control over either A bomb side or B bomb side. Well, that's what we have for you guys when it comes to team introductions, the map pick veto, and the map itself. What's going to happen in the game, ladies and gentlemen? Well, that's for the players to decide. If they play well or bad, that's up to them. But what we can get you is some amazing casting while that happens. We got you Aditya Adi Shah and, of course, Blair joining you.
I know. The reason why you didn't pronounce his entire name is it's a little tough to pronounce.
It's not. It's Sudan Blair Wahingbum.
Oh, you can.
Of course. Fellow metalhead there. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the game of CSGO.
And thank you, Vagish and Mamba. It is time for Invictus versus VAC Banned, and it's gonna be on Overpass, not Inferno again, and thank God for that. Joining me is Blair. You heard his little chuckle there. He's happy that this is Overpass as well. Blair, how are you?
I'm good. Listen, here's the thing. We love Inferno. Let's not get wrong. I think it's brought us some look at my English. It's brought us some very, very interesting games. It's a pretty brilliant map in my opinion. But yeah, I think it's been a little overplayed in ESL Premiership. And hold that thought, as Freekill has found 2 free kills. But in the meantime, it is a fake. Invictus have made their way towards Playground. So interesting start, but those 2 players getting taken on so early means rotation is going to take place. You can see Freekill already falling back towards A bomb side, while Jimmy pushes into bathrooms to get some information here.
Yeah, the fast B fake not really panning out, but Jimmy, he's gonna one tap from the off position, and Ribby, he has to fall back now. Freekill wants this frag as well. Hunter in the meanwhile trying to take down Jimmy. He really needs to, but he's unable to. Jimmy's gonna get a second for the round. Freekill with his 3rd in the round, and they've absolutely shut down that Invictus attack. And Invictus, by the way, they're sitting on the top of the leaderboard right now, and VAC Banned is very near the bottom. So, in theory, this should be a mismatch. But I was talking to Blair about this before the game. I actually expect this to be really close.
Yeah, which I find surprising, I'll be honest, right? Like, look, nothing against VAC Banned, nothing against teams like War, VAC Banned, EAP, and, all the rest, but Invictus haven't just looked good, like almost flawless. They've only lost one map, which is against Brutality so far. Everyone's been firing on all cylinders, but they've also been the most successful Indian team in the SEA, in the Asian region as well. They've gone some pretty deep runs in some online qualifiers and some online events as well. Like the Zotac Cup, for example, they reached a semi-finals, but they lost to Alpha Red, which is the best Thai team right now. So they've actually been looking, way better than even the likes of an Entity Gaming, for that matter, or Brutality, or any other Indian team you can name off, right? So just based off that fact, I just don't see it happening. Get what I'm trying to say, right? It just doesn't make any sense unless it's some, Tai Lu versus FaZe sort of an upset. So I don't really fancy the chances, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but that's one thing we've always discussed, right? When you practice so much against SEA teams and you know how to play against them, while Excali does get the reply onto Ranik Haka, by the way, it is a forced buy. I'll actually get back to that after this round. But yeah, the A attack is coming in. Manan, well, Freak Jimmy, though, is going absolutely mental, but the trades have come in. Hunter and Manan now really low, but the bomb plant is going to come in, and Manan with the 1D onto Chris. And all of a sudden, Spawn is in a 1v2 retake, but it's really possible for him because Hunter and Manan both are, I mean, they have lesser than 50 points of health between the two of them. So it is definitely doable. Manan, though, about to pop flash for his teammate. And there he goes, but unfortunately he blinds Hunter as well. His position has been given away. And time, though. The time's run out, and Spawn's just going to recover that M4 and fall back. Tail between his legs, and unfortunately for VAC Banned, even though they did get the first pick into this round, they're not going to be able to pick up the anti-eco, which is par for the course for most Indian teams right now.
Indeed. Manan was hitting some pretty nice shots. I was watching him during the warm-up, and he was hitting some really nutty shots at the Deagle, and it's cool to see that it has transitioned into the live game as well. So a nice eco run coming up, a force fire rather coming up from Invictus, and that's the classic tale. You see this not just amongst Indian teams. Of course, it looks a little more sloppy when you see most of the Indian teams doing this, but especially on anti-ecos, right? I think Cloud9 famously recently was guilty of this against Tai Lu. On their anti-ecos, they played extremely turtle up in the towards the A bomb side, and that can always be very dangerous, because those pistols, those CZs, those I mean, the Deagle is an anomaly; it can hit you no matter how far away you are. But the CZs, the P250s, even the Glock, if you get overwhelmed, especially this close range quarters the battle which might take place if the T's push in towards the B bomb side, you might even get just killed before even rattling off a single shot. So it's always a problem. But Freakle's just gonna walk in, finds Excali. However, it is just the Mac 10 which has been retrieved. Bear in mind, this is a force fight coming out from a VAC Banned as well. Pasha Sahil is going to make contact. Chris will easily avoid that smoke, and he almost finds Pasha Sahil. Doesn't quite get the kill. And the problem here is Spawn is all by his lonesome. He does have free kill, trying to help him out, but Spawn gets a quick kill. Spots the Ribby as well, finds two, finds three. One bullet is all he needs to land on Pasha Sahil to get the kill, but Hunter will hunt him down. Trades going thick and fast, and Jimmy's going to spray two players down, and the battle of the force buys continues, and the force buys are coming out on top here.
Yep, and well, this battle's going to continue even into the next round, and probably into the next round after that if Invictus wins the upcoming round. You want the economy control, basically. You just want it. But yeah, getting back to what we were saying about Invictus, right? The thing is, the play style of a lot of this, the SEA teams and the Chinese teams, and even most of the teams, right? It's really different when you compare to the Indian teams. The Indian teams thrive in a little bit of chaotic situations, while the SEA teams they like their structured approach, right? So you won't see the randomness, the random aggression, things like that, except from Tai Lu, because Tai Lu is just Tai Lu, and so. That's why it's really hard for a team like Invictus or Entity Gaming, even when you practice so much against the SEA teams, to come into the Indian scene and swat down the players. And because even if they're playing against better players in day out, it's not necessarily going to work out for you when you're playing against a team that approaches the game differently.
Indeed, I do agree with you, but there also, it's also the fact that you need to learn how to adapt, especially in a scene as fractured as the as the Asian scene, so to speak, right? You need to be able to adapt. You know, you need to know when to go off fifth gear. And Munn just not missing anything, is he, with that deagle of his? He decapitates Rane Kaka, and you can see already BB running around like headless chickens. The second someone gets taken down, they'll get a little panicky. Jimmy wondering whether he should fall back or whether he should just hold the line. He will hold the line. He's got backup arriving in the form of free kill. But Invictus are looking like they're going to be going for this A site. I'm a little surprised why the AK is still in the hands of Hunter. You'd rather Ribby have it. And a flashbangs galore. Jimmy spots out a player. Ribby will be taken down, but not before he does a lot of damage. Free kill. Getting a second kill, which was unexpected. So now it's a 2v3. Hunter is still alive. This guy is deadly with an AK-47. 30 seconds on the clock. He's going to be falling all the way back from long. And bear in mind, it's not a buy round. It's not a force buy coming out from Invictus. It is just pistols. And just Ribby was the one who purchased some armor. So they're going to be buying anyway the next round. What they're doing here is trying to inflict as much damage as they can. So if they manage to convert the next round, it's going to be quite expensive indeed. Chris stuck in the corner, and Scally, he knows exactly where he is. He's going to peer around the corner, but Jimmy is there to save the day. But what an expensive round for VAC Banned there, Adi.
Yep, Invictus actually ceded to the economic battle, right? They did go for the eco, but 4 kills with just pistols, that's absolutely ridiculous. And that's, I mean, VAC Banned's gonna feel that, because look at their money now. It's absolutely, it's shambolic. There's this one Molotov. There's a scout on Spawn God, Spawn God. I like it. On Spawn, but yeah, like, I mean, the utility is pretty lacking, and in Overpass, you kind of want the utility to delay the teams, but it's a fast B play coming in from Invictus. Spawn's gonna be completely blinded, but he's gonna be able to fall back to safety. And Manan, through the smoke, free kill. What?
He's been instrumental.
Free kill with another frag. Spawn does get one while free kill is finally traded. Spawn getting a bit too antsy and pushing the smoke, and Invictus is, I mean, Excali is gonna, he's gonna be like, thank you for that. But finally, a little bit of a reply coming in from Rane Kaka, and again an expensive round for VAC Banned, but now Invictus does have to eco going into this, and that means that VAC Banned can build into their economy.
Absolutely, and you got to. I mean, they did still lose 3 players, so it's still, I don't think they're still out of the water, right? But you gotta give credit where it's due. Free kill has been very instrumental. He's been getting a lot of crucial double kills. That round was, I liked it from Invictus. You know, switching things up, going for a very fast play towards a B bomb site. But, and the fact that Free Kill managed to get the first kill and even got 2 kills before it got taken down, and Rane with that scout somehow managing to score a headshot with that scout of his, that's pretty impressive stuff. So, they are winning these rounds, not cleanly, mind you, but they are winning it nonetheless. Spawn spots out a player. He's gonna go for the repeat here. Nice aggression from Jimmy to ensure that Connector is in control. And Spawn just spotted out one player though, and that is Ribby. Ribby's still walking without checking the tunnels, and he will finally get punished for it. But they might not be expecting 3 players ready and waiting, and it's gonna come down to Spawn. He goes for the spray, finds 1, 2, 3. Finally will get taken down. And Manan is going to be left alone with that P250 and that UMB, and he's being hunted down by Chris. Bear in mind, this guy has been hitting some nutty shots. P250 will find its mark, and Chris, what can he possibly do? He will find the frag. And again, right? Again, another expensive round for VAC Banned. They lose 3 players once more.
Yep, and just want to say, like, you know what? It's a testament to what we were saying right in the start about how Invictus is used to playing against SEA teams. No player in the SEA scene, in the Asian scene, would have repeaked that angle as many times as Spawn did. That's why Ribby was just like, okay, he's done now. He's not going to peek again. He's not going to peek again. Oh, come on, a 3rd time? So it's just a testament to that. Like, you know, you just don't expect it, and that's the difference. And you need to be honest. I'm not saying Spawn was at fault at all there. He knew he was just against pistols. So why not, right? But yeah, you just don't expect it. And now the buy coming in, though.
I also have a counter argument to that, right? Like we mentioned how the SEA teams and Asian teams are a little bit more structured. While yes, there are the anomalies like some of the 2nd or 3rd best Thai teams or Thai Lu for that matter. But also, let's say you're an Indian team. Let's say you're Invictus and you somehow manage to make it to an international event. You manage to qualify, right? And then you're facing off against the likes of FaZe. They're not going to show you any respect. They're going to like peek you 3 or 4 times. In the meantime, a 5v3 has been converted to a 3v3 as Free Kill has single-handedly kept the B bomb site in his hands. Rane pushing in towards Connector. Munan's very low as well, so he's going to try and stay alive for as long as possible. He's going to be waiting for Rane to walk into his crosshair. In the meantime, the B bomb site. We have Chris with the AWP out. And Rane, he's on 29 HP, but is still holding the line. They're not going to budge here. This is Invictus who's got to go for the play. Hunter Excali working in tandem. Excali with a... I thought he landed headshot, but instead he gets taken down. And now Manan has got to peek. I'm not too sure why Rane would not check there. That was unnecessary from him to just walk out, especially now the fact that they already got a kill. There was no need for them to for him to aggress. So he gets taken down, bringing down to 2v2, and we can see Manan trying to sell this fake Molotov towards the bank. 20 seconds, Freakill will have to rotate, and they've played it to perfection. Hunter doesn't even need to go for the kill here. He hears Freakill rotating over, checks it. He's going to get the plan done. Manan, in fact, gets another kill. And the bomb's planted, and Freakill has no idea. He has no idea that he's been completely bamboozled. He finds Manan. He's going to make his way up to the upper site, and he's like, oh, crap. And Hunter, he's got himself in a great position. He's got 100 HP as well. So Freakill, despite his heroics, this round just might be done. Yeah, it's pretty much done here.
Yeah, it all depends on how Hunter plays this plays out this 1v1. But yeah, Freakill doesn't have a kit, so yeah, it does look like he's actually gonna make his escape now. But still, Invictus do get back into this, but VAC Banned do have a 5-2 lead at the end of this. Freakill is gonna fall as well, but as I was saying that, the money, it's wrecked.
It's pretty
One
poor,
round, yeah.
right? It's pretty poor for both the teams if you look at it. Like, even 3 of the Invictus players, I think, were below $4,000. But T-side, you know, you can always go for those MAC 10s and UMPs. But yeah, money's wrecked, Adi. And here comes the pain. Here comes the pain.
Yep, it's all on Excali and Pasha now to make bank with those UMPs. But I think they have a misread on the situation, because they've gone in for... I don't know. They've gone in for the UMPs. They've gone in for everything. I don't think they expect the eco actually this round. I think they expect a force buy. And VAC Banned, they might actually try to force buy into the next round anyway. But Excali, he's going to get the information now. No head armor on spawn. No armor on spawn, in fact. And he does get the first frag. And now Invictus has the man advantage again as well. And the spam though, Chris. He must be wondering, wait, what? What did I do to you? Freakill. He's been a rock, but the rock is gonna fall. Excali is gonna get a 3rd frag in the round, and the B-bomb site is completely overrun by terrorists. Manan on the other hand as well, he's gonna pick up Jimmy as he tries to aggress. Ranikaka is finally gonna be able to take down Manan, and he's gonna get an AK for that, but nope. Nope, Pasha Sahil is there for the deny. And
3 rounds now for Invictus. And, I'd actually like to see another eco from VAC Banned. This is not exactly an ideal buy. Yeah, there we go. So the scout comes out. It's just pistols all around. No armor, just a couple of flashes here and there. Probably try and inflict as much damage as they can. Because bear in mind, Invictus, the previous round was great. They kept 4 players alive. And here's the thing: it's always hard to break the economy of the T side. Because for newer people, newer viewers watching Counter-Strike who don't know much about how the economy works, on the T side, the things you have to purchase are cheaper overall. You know, the Molotov's cheaper, your rifle, the AK-47 is $4,000 cheaper than the M4, and also on the T side, you don't necessarily have to go for full utility buys. You can even make it work just with a couple of smokes and a couple of flashbangs. So there are more opportunities for you to convert rounds without much being invested, right? So VAC Banned, although they still have the 2-round lead, I do fear that it's going to get whittled away real quickly. And then Victor's going for a full execute into the B-bomb site. And here they come mowing down everyone with Spawn. He's being very cheeky.
yep, he's gonna Pasha Sahil with the perfect cover there. But yeah, I do think that Invictus Chris does get a frag. In fact, he gets a dink onto Hunter as well, but they're still alive and kicking. Excali and Hunter on just 5 and 6 points of health. Excali, he's gonna peek out, and he's just gonna be able to get the frag onto Freakill. That was a little risky there, and I do think that Invictus expected a buy from VAC Banned, considering that absolutely full execute, and the backstab was coming in by VAC Banned as well. So in fact, that round, I think VAC Banned actually have gained a lot of information on how Invictus's setup is gonna be, and you know that if they do that in a gun round, right, they can probably even rotate 4 players into the B bomb side and just leave 1 at the playground. They would have learned that round, so all's not lost for them. It's really good information gained.
Absolutely. The question is, what will they do with this? Jimmy spots out a player just jumping towards the playground, and here comes a very fast play. Manan leading the way, leading the pack alongside Pasha Sahil. He's gonna try and peek out. Wary that Jimmy might be waiting. Jimmy will find himself a kill. Pasha running out the edge of the smoke. Again, no flashback. This is a little careless from Pasha's side. Look at a ask for a flashback from Munnan or one of his teammates to go for that to clear it out. Instead, running out all by his lonesome. A little uncharacteristic for a team like Invictus, to be honest. But there we go. First kill going the way of VAC Banned, and Jimmy will be repositioning himself, playing it safe. I like the setup coming out from Durrani, just playing towards the bathrooms. Jimmy spotting out towards short. They have no eyes towards long, but that's alright because Invictus are spread pretty thin here. They are waiting for something to happen. They're looking for some aggression from VAC Banned, but I don't think that's going to happen. You get the initial pick, you have a 5v4 man advantage, you just turtle up in the site. You just hold those crossfires. There's no need to feel adventurous at this stage.
Yep, and I really like the discipline coming in from Jimmy as well. The way he kept falling back, and the peek from the smoke. He's gonna miss the shot onto Munnan. He's gonna re-aggress, and Munnan's caught with a grenade out, and more aggression coming over to his B shot. But that's gonna be punished by Excali, and the B bomb side has fallen. The plant's gonna come in. Excali with a third frag, and it's not gonna be a fourth. Shut down by Ranekaka, and it's 2v1 retake at this point. Hunter though, Hunter in a 1v2, he can do this. He's done it. He's done it multiple times, and he can definitely do it again. He has a decent position as well. He knows where both the players are. The question is, do the CTs have an inkling to where he is? Ranekaka has spotted him out as well now, and Hunter does know where both the players are. Finally, he's gonna get taken down by Jimmy, and the defuse is gonna come in. Jimmy with a 3k that round, shutting down Invictus, and even though Excali was pretty heroic that round, it wasn't enough to throw them over the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Heroics from Excali. Explosive play from, I think it was a 2v5. He finds 3 kills. Hunter, unfortunately for him, that post plan. I mean, I like the idea behind it. He was expecting the player from short to make his way towards him. And the plan was kind of for him as well. He planted it right next to the pillar, so he could have actually gone to the water and defended it. But yeah, VAC Banned, they managed to get around. But again, like we said earlier, Adi, it is, just almost eco territory. If they get taken down here, they're going to be losing all their money. That's not something they're going to be looking forward to. As Jimmy, op in hand, playing towards party. Aggressive angle. Rane holding. This is a pretty weird setup. The player from Connector can actually walk upstairs and spot out the opper if Ribby wishes to, but Rane's going to realize that fact and is going to be playing a little bit more aggressively towards Connector, and Jimmy is getting hunted down. He is in a world of pain, and you can see Rane's like, sorry buddy, I'm out of here, and he's going to be caught out with a nade in his hand and taken out immediately to 11 HP. Ribby desperately looking for his first frag of the game. He's still sitting on 0.
The curse of the commentator. I just called out Jimmy for being absolutely him being really disciplined, and then he just overstays his welcome forever. He was there at like what, until 1 minute on the clock almost.
Indeed.
Just sitting at the flowers at the birthday area. That's just it's just silly. Ribby now, he's gonna sneak in. He's probably gonna get the frag onto Ranekaka. Yes, he does. A headshot coming straight in, and now it's a 3v5 for VAC Banned. They do have 2 players onto the A side, but Munnan has spotted out Spawn, and he's gonna take him out. Free kill is gonna get 2 again. Free kill is a rock, but Ribby will deny him, and Hunter will get the final closing frag onto Chris, and that's a 5th round for Invictus, and another round for VAC Banned to eco.
Indeed, money's completely wrecked. That's a sad tale. But to be honest, 6 rounds, that is something to work with. If you have a pretty decent T side, and if you don't get bullied by Invictus's CD side, you can actually do something here. If they just go for a double eco, and because they will have to go for a double eco by the looks of it, and sure, Invictus will get to 7 rounds, but you can at least try and string 2 rounds together, and it's going to be a fast B play. Invictus like doing this, right? They go for the slow A takes, and then the second they feel it's going to be a light buy, they just go for a fast B execute. Now, it's worked out so far, but I'm not a big fan of this, Adi. Like, imagine the CTs have a B stack with CZ and Excali just staring at that sorry smoke, and he's like, oh god, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing, Excali. But yeah, you walk into a site, sure, you might go for the smokes and whatnot, but 5 CZ staring at a face will not be a pretty proposition, right? It is very risky.
Yep, I agree, and it's just that you don't want close quarters combat, right? In fact, generally in eco rounds, teams do end up going towards A long, especially for the long distance, right? But again, I guess it's like it's a meta. It's like outthinking your opposition. You're just like, oh, they might stack A long because that's generally where the T's go. So why don't we just go B? And it's worked out for them in that sense because VAC Banned has been pretty standard with their holes.
They had 5 USPs and Invictus lost 3 players. That was unnecessarily expensive. But then again, Invictus do have 2 players who are sitting pretty at $6,000, $4,600 for Partisile, so they're not going to be in any immediate danger of having to eco. In the meantime, VB going for the smart decision. They've gone for the pistol and some pistol armor buy for a couple of these players, and they have gone for the default. This is the thing, right? When they go for a full eco, I've noticed this at least twice so far in this game. When they go for just the USPs, they go for the full stack. You know, try and maximize the chances of doing some damage. However, when they go for this kind of like a semi force buy or just pistol armor buy or whatnot, then they just kind of play defaults, which in my opinion, you know, I'm a big fan of you trying to stack things up and mix things up and gambling it out when you have the pistol armor, because you maximize your chances. They're doing it in the eco rounds, in the full eco rounds. Why aren't they doing this when they have the pistols and armor? I'm not too sure about it, but here we go. It's going to be the A take, and immediately bodies are falling left, right, and center.
I really like how Invictus has actually conditioned VAC Banned into believing that because they're eco, they're gonna go B. And this time, in fact, Invictus does walk up A long, right, in an eco round, and
That's a
there you
perfect
go. It's
anti-eco, though.
yeah, it's mind games, and yeah, finally, it's gonna be a perfect anti-eco, and I don't think they're gonna hunt this round either, because they really need to build up their economy. They don't need to chase Chris for. I mean, all he has is what, $700 on him. It's not worth it.
Yep.
And yeah, Invictus, they did start off this game a little bit shakily, and they were 5-1 down. But since then, they've got they've wrestled economic control, and they do look stronger now. They do look like the top team in on the Masters League, the top place team anyway. And it does look like they did go for a slight bit of a hunt, but they're not going to find Chris. And now finally a full buy is going to come in by VAC Banned. The op on Jimmy. And maybe Chris could even drop over another op and they could go for a double op setup.
Yeah, this is the... Yeah, there we go. So this is the chance for VAC Banned to try and string a couple of rounds together to go into the second half with a lead, with at least a 1-round lead. Which, all things considered, I think, considering the way this game's played out, they would be pretty happy with it. But alright guys, this is something we can work with, something we can defend. But look at Invictus, 4 players marching up. Excali's making a lot of noise towards B, and Jimmy's there, slightly off angle, gets the kill as Chris is there over at long, and he's taking quite a sweet time, and he's gonna get punished for it. Pasha Sahil walks into the smoke, of course he will. He gets a frag, and Krish, I'm sure, would have heard more footsteps, so he knows there are at least 2 players making their way towards long. Rotation's going to be coming in. Free kill. Jimmy already making his way towards the APC. Scope out, and he finds Pasha Sahil right up close. But for more, Munnan's going to be left alone, and Munnan has Jimmy trapped with 1 HP. Munnan spots out another player. Jimmy, there's no need for him to peek whatsoever, and Free kill's going to save his teammate. Picks up a frag. That's a great round from VAC Banned. A little bit of some aggressive positioning from the ops towards the B bomb side, and even towards long, right? So yeah, VAC Banned, they give themselves a chance to go into the final round with a lead. But Invictus, they still have money to buy, and this time around they might switch it up.
Yeah, and I just want to point out the amount of work that Jimmy and Freakill are putting into this right now. I mean...
That's a lot.
Yeah, they look at Spawn, Ranikaka, and Chris. They really need to step up for their team right about now. There's not much Jimmy and Chris can keep doing, but in the meanwhile, Invictus with another fast B play. Free kill again. He's gonna start off with 2 frags. Finally traded by Ribby as well, but Ribby was so low that he's gonna burn alive, and Spawn God is gonna get a kill on Excali as well, and all of a sudden that B rush has not worked out. Hunter though, in a 1v4 situation, brings it down to a 1v2. Spawn and Chris not peeking together, peeking 1 by 1, giving Hunter the chance. Again, Ranikaka is gonna give him another 1v1, but Ranikaka is gonna win that battle, and it's gonna be 8-7 in the favor of VAC Banned. They started the half really strongly, and they've ended it with the lead as well. And it's not bad. I mean, the amount of times they lost economy, right? The amount they went double eco twice. 4 rounds were eco.
Yeah.
So ending up with 8 rounds, it's not bad at all.
I think the biggest mistake they made was the 4 rounds they won. So they won the pistol, then they lost the anti-eco, then they won their own force buy, which was great. But after that, the following 3 rounds they won, they had, let's look here, round number 4 they had 1 guy survive, round number 5 they had 2 players survive, and round number 6 they had 2 players survive. So if they had managed to keep, you know, win those anti-ecos by in a more clean fashion, they managed to keep like at least 4 players alive, they wouldn't have had to go for that immediate eco, right? So this could have been a better scoreline. This could have been a 9-6 or dare I say a 10-5 scoreline for VAC Banned going to the second half. It could have easily gone their way. So I should be pretty happy with it. But you know, if I was them, I'd probably, when I go back to visit this VOD or this you know, go back to the demo, I'd be like, hey guys, you know, we could have had a more solid CD side. But let's see what they do. You know what? If they really get off to a flying start, to win the pistol round and the 2 anti-ecos after that, they can get to 11 rounds. And from there, it's anyone's game, right? So here they come. They have a lot of utility. Jimmy, a smoke. Spawn, a smoke. They have a Molotov and a flashbang as well. So they do have a game plan in mind. Free Kill, he's been instrumental in getting all these kills. He's making a lot of noise towards Connector, keeping the CTs at bay. And Excali already tagged down to 9 HP. He's going to be making his home towards the bathroom, but here comes a play towards the B-bomb side.
I was hoping that Molotov by Jimmy was going to go into the boost position. It doesn't,
What
and
is
Manan
going
is just
on?
wreaking havoc from the boost. The SK position, 4 kills for him. A massive oversight by VAC Banned. The full execute not planning out for them. Freakle will get
Gets
1
the
kill,
ace.
but Manan with the ace. Wow. Take a bow, son. Take a bow, because
He's been not missing anything with the pistols, right? The deagles earlier on his eco rounds, even with the rifle as well, and the pistol ace to start things off. Okay, that's not a start VAC Banned wanted.
yeah, and when one grand old man of the CS scene, which is Ribby, disappears off the server with just 4 frags, the other old man steps up. Manan sitting on top of the leaderboard, like
He's
top
not that
of
old,
the
though, is
scoreboard
he?
right now.
I mean,
Isn't he?
Yeah, he
I mean,
looks older.
he's been in the scene since before me, so
Yeah, but I think it's just like 24, 25 or something.
really.
I think so. I need to check. I need to cross-check. But I remember being surprised at how young he and Mithil were, considering like how long they've been in the scene. But anyway, bomb not getting planted means VAC Banned will have to go for the force by Jimmy. Jimmy's opted to go for the safe because I'm assuming he's going to be going for the op by the first opportunity he gets. In the meantime, the rest of them deagles. 3 CZs, 1 flashbang in the hands of Rane. And they are gathering up for this A bomb side take with Ribby and Pasha Sal. Again, this is what I don't enjoy watching, you know, on the CD side. I know people might be like, hey, you know, you're playing against pistols, try and play a bit more safe, but this I feel is a little too safe. You allow them to swarm the site. You know, 1 smoke or 1 flashbang or 1 Molotov, that's going to be enough. Pasha Sal spots out a player. I'm sure he does. And he's going to swap over to the UMP, setting up the crossfire with Ribby. Pasha Sahil, there's so many players very close by. He's got to toss it in anytime right here. Ribby's going to get taken down. Manan is there, however, for the rescue. This guy's unstoppable. He finds 3 kills, is looking for the 4th one as well. Free Kill is still going to deal some damage. What more can he possibly do? Deagle in hand, spots out a player, rounds off a shot, but 2 players might be too much. A double peek comes in, and Excali and Manan will ensure that things don't go alright for Invictus. But Manan, what a hero, because that round looked a little shaky again.
Yep, and again, like, just 2 players alive on the Invictus side, right? These force buys are really dealing a lot of damage to the economy. And Invictus, at least, I mean, VAC Banned's not going to force buy into this again, but honestly, if I was sitting there as the IGL, I might just have force bought into this again, just to kind of try to reset Invictus, but instead, it's going to be 3 MP9s on Excali, Pasha Sal, and Manan. And Excali's going to see a lot of action here. The nade comes out through the smoke. He's going to start his spray now. He's going to get 1,
Yes.
he's going to get 2, he's going to get a 3rd, and he's going to get the 4th. Pasha Sahil will also get another frag with the MP9. 4 frags for the SMGs. Money in the bank, and Invictus. Now they have something to fall back on.
I really like Eco Spray Downs, Eco Cobra. I like it. It's just fun to watch, right? Because there's no armor and just like your blood splattering everywhere. Now, I might be sounding like a psychopath over here, but that's not the point. It's just fun to watch. But yeah, Invictus, they survived the scare and they managed to win a flawless anti-eco round. So here we go. The big guns versus the big guns. 4 AK-47s and an AWP in the hands VAC Banned, and a similar situation for Invictus, for M4s. The AWP, the only difference being the utility is much, much better for the CD side, but in the meantime, quick trades taking place over at the towards mid, and somehow Jimmy coming out on top. There we go. Bogdan's Law as Ribby finds himself a frag. Excali's going to push out as well. Chris getting a kill on Ribby. I think it was caught jumping out. Excali's going to peek out, gets a frag. It's a 2v2. A very fast and furious round indeed. And now Jimmy and Freakle making haste for that A bomb set, and Freakle's going to try something cheeky here. He's going to toss in the smoke. And it's going to be going towards the B bomb site. Now, will that force out a rotation?
It doesn't seem like Invictus have been fooled by this. Both the players for them are on the A bomb side, and the C4 has been lost by Jimmy. And the Freakle will get the frag onto Hunter, peeking out for some information. And now it's an op versus an op. I'm not sure if Excali's been. Oh yes he has. The P250 comes out. His teammates have given him the information that he's low, and he's gonna pistol whip him. And Invictus, really, really close round, and I really hope VAC Banned do go for a pistol armor buy behind this and try to put some sort of economic damage into Invictus, because if they let the economy run away for Invictus, it's going to be really, really hard for VAC Banned to get back into this game.
It is going to be hard, and one thing which I like that smoke. I like that smoke towards the B bomb site. Just going to point that out. But what I didn't get was a simultaneous Molotov towards the bank. What was the purpose of the smoke? To fake out, you know, to draw the rotation from at least one of those players if you're going to be Molotoving the bank at the same time. Because you saw Excali drop down. He was about to make his way towards the B bomb site, but then the second Molotov came in, he just went back, and you know, they kind of lost around from there. So I'm a little surprised what they were thinking, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, Counter-Strike, you see some strange things. Pashasal's gone for the auto shot. Yeah, I want to see what happens here.
I think he's gonna go for the B shot aggression, and yeah, if VAC Banned comes there, it doesn't look like they are though. VAC Banned is going towards the A side. Actually, they're gonna go for a connector again. I don't think they've learned the lesson that Excali taught them. But the headshot onto Excali. He's been taken out by Freakle. That fast play from connector has caught them off guard. Ruby's gonna get one frag. He's gonna get another as well. He's gonna be traded out by Chris finally, and now it's actually a 3v3, and there's an op and an M4 onto VAC Banned's side, and they could actually do a lot of damage right now.
That op especially. Freakle's been showing that he can work with any gun. You know, he can work with basically any gun. Pashasal gets the bomb down. Spawn, you did not go diving into nowhere for information when you have the bomb on your back. He should have tossed the bomb away, but flashbang's not going to be great. Chris is going to sneak in. Shouldn't be taking this fight. His shotgun is dangerous, especially when you have no armor. And Pashasal putting it to use, and that's a lot of money as well. $900 per kill, mind you.
If I was Freakle right now, I would just throw this op out.
That
He could, of course, he could try to save it as well, of course. But if he can't save it, he should just throw it straight out of the map. And it doesn't look like Invictus actually want to hunt for it yet. They do think that he's going to try to come in for the bomb.
Well, he will still have $7,000 if he dies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So he can still go for the op buy. So yeah, he can pretty much do whatever he wants. Throwing it away would be a nice idea, but guess who's waiting for him?
Does look like he wants to save it though. It doesn't look like he's gonna go. He's not gonna go down the ladder. But Manan, he's playing with the idea. He wants to go up the ladder for some sort of information, maybe to chase him. But nope, he decides against it as well. It's gonna be a stalemate, and Freakle is gonna save the op. He still has $3,500, so actually he's come out on top.
Yeah,
so why not?
So if it you know died, he would have had $7,000. So if you bought the op, it would be like $4,700. So he'd have $2,300 remaining to buy the rest of the stuff. So him saving that op over there actually gave him more money to work with. So mathematical calculations, just going through Freakle's mind, kind of like what's the guy's name in Hangover? I forgot his name.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I hated that movie.
Galifianakis. I can't pronounce his name. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. But yeah, anyways, the buy is gonna come in by VAC Banned now, and this is a true test for Invictus. All the utility VAC Banned could want. Well, lacking a few Molotovs, but still, almost everything they could want, and they have gone for the B shot and connector control, so it does look like it's going to be a B execute coming in by them. And Invictus does have 3 players towards the A bomb site, so but Pasha Sahil, he's going to punish Rani Kaka, trying to get some information towards the A bomb site from the connector, and it's a 5v4 now. VAC Banned, they do want to sneak into this B bomb site. It does look like they are setting up for this attack with the rotation, while Jimmy peeking out without a flashbang. Again, he's doing the same thing that Invictus was doing on the T side, trying to walk in dry, but Manan's wiser to that, and Manan's gonna peek out instead. Spawn's gonna be taken down, and that leaves Chris and Freakill in a 2v5 situation, and Freakill just has 13 points of health to work with.
Yep, there is. I don't see them coming back into this one. Chris has got to just literally go God mode to pull this one up, and a flashbang is so perfect. Luckily for Chris, he will have made his way towards the tunnel. But guess who's waiting? Munan's waiting. Freakill does find a kill, but Xcali will slowly inch out, gets a frag, and yep, I think this could very well be the bells tolling for VAC Banned, because 6 rounds in a row for Invictus, and that previous round especially was very telling. VAC Banned seemed completely lost, didn't seem to know what to do. They had monster control, they had the B short control, and the problem was, you saw the aggression of Invictus. They had 2 players pushed up towards Fountain, 1 player towards Long, and even the B hole. We had 1 player on the left hand side of the monster, and 1 player playing towards Pillar. They were playing very aggressive, and VAC Banned, they just got asphyxiated. You know, they really didn't get any they weren't able to do with whatever map control they had, which is quite minimal, to be honest, and just getting picked off one by one, not what you want to see. However, it is the 6th round loss bonus, so they will be able to go for a pretty solid buy. Freakill debating whether to go for the AWP and Kevlar, or instead going for the AK. It's going to be the AK with utility, so they at least have 4 smokes, 2 Molotovs, and a number of flashbangs to work with. So would at least like to see an execute, at least probably towards B bomb site, but yeah, let's see how this one pans out.
And the last time we saw VAC Banned on OverPass, by the way, was against Entity Gaming. Well, while Entity Gaming just managed to eke that out 19-17 in overtime. And I think, I'm not completely sure about this, but I'm pretty sure VAC Banned had a really strong CD half in that game as well, but their T side was lacking. And it seems to be that they haven't been able to fix it since then. But Jimmy will get the first frag onto B shot. Xcali trying to aggress. Manan is going to avoid the flashbang. He's going to get the frag onto Jimmy as well. The trade does come in, and it's a 4v4 now. But Spawn, he's going to peek out through the smoke. But again, the trade by Hunter. I love this trade game by Invictus. Even though they lose the man advantage, they instantly reply back, and it's down to 3v3 now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the basic CS right there from Invictus. Despite losing players, they have the trade potential. That's the exact opposite of what happened to VAC Banned in the previous round, where everyone just died without inflicting any damage on their opponent. So we do see Rani Kaka and Freakill. They have stuck together. It looked like they're going to be going for a late play towards B, while Chris tries to sell something over at the A bomb site. Here comes a smoke. Give a long-winded smoke for the dumpster. And Chris just rattling off a few bullets, but look at Potters' side. He spots the shadow out. It's going to be a slaughter! And Chris is going to be left alone, and Ribby will be found. It's a 1v1 with 35 seconds on the clock, so this is doable for Chris, but Hunter knows exactly where Chris is going to come from. That smoke, that actually bloomed pretty nicely. I thought it was a random smoke.
Hunter's gonna Molotov off the bomb, but Chris, if he's feeling it, he could just run in through the Molotov, pick up the C4, but instead he's gonna try to chase Hunter. He's gonna pick up the C4 now, and he does know that Hunter's coming in from the short position, and Hunter is gonna win that fight. And I just want to say, VAC Banned, when you have a 3v3, right, just
Gather up
and attack one bomb site, right? Because at the worst case scenario is that it's gonna be 2 players at one bomb site, right? And you will still have the man advantage, and it's just the little things which actually kind of keep irking me. I mean, it's not Henry G level tilt, obviously, but still, you know, I don't like that. Like, it's basically, why have they gone and done that?
I don't know. Like, usually, I mean, that's the one thing you learn early on. You look at Munnen going. He's gonna find a frag with Jimmy. We'll finally at least get traded this time around. But yeah, I agree with you. Many people, like, it's something I say time and time again when I'm casting a game, right? When you're in a 3v3 or a 4v4 scenario as a terrorist, you always have the advantage over the CTs. And Ribby's coming alive on the CT side. He has been spotted out though. And does he not see the player spawn? No, he does. Spawn will fall. Ribby going at it, showing that the left click of his is still very much deadly. But yeah, apart from maps like Nuke, where the CD rotation is ridiculously fast, I think in most other maps like Overpass, like Cobblestone earlier, or Dust 2, 3v3, just hit a site together. You might get traded, but hey, at least you'll get the site and it'll give you the bomb plan, and you can play the post plan. It's always better than trying to split up and try some fancy things, which can work out once in a while, but in this scenario, not working out. So Invictus, Adi, they have got to map point without dropping a single round on the CD side.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a flawless CD half is gonna come in, but the rush is coming in by VAC Banned. They have got the 2 frags, and Pasha Sahil does reply back on the spawn. Ribby is gonna be taken down by Rane Kaka as well, and all of a sudden, Invictus, with the B rush, they've lost the bomb site.
They've lost the bomb site. It's a 4v2, and Jimmy's gonna find Hunter. That should be the route. Then Pasha Sahil will be found. Rane just coming alive. 3 huge kills for him. When all else fails, rush B, don't freaking stop. And here's the interesting thing, Invictus have no money. They actually hemorrhaged quite a lot of players in the last couple of rounds. So the 2 rounds back, they survived with 1 player alive. It was Excali, I think. Sorry, it was Hunter who clutched that round. In the previous round, they lost a couple of players. So that's the thing. That's the risky thing with the CD side, right? You can just, your money can just dissipate in a matter of just a couple of rounds, even if you're winning them. And here we go. 3M, 4M4s, the shotgun, the auto shotty in the hands of Excali. And it's obviously going to be playing towards Connector. This can be deadly here. He can cut off the rotation. Look at the aggression this time around. Look at this aggression. The switch up for Invictus. They're playing way more aggressively, but bullets whizzing thick and fast. Free kill will fall back. But it looks like it's going to be B hit coming in here. Unfortunately for them, there are 4 players lying in wait.
Yep, and Excali has stopped the rotation as well. Ribby, I think he was boosted up there. It does get the frag onto spawn. And Excali, he's going to come out of the connector. What? He's going to get 2 frags. He's going to be traded by Freakle. Wow, finally, it is a 2v3. Freakle is going to be found out by Manan. And it does look like Invictus is going to close this off, because Jimmy is stuck in a 1v3. He's going to get the first onto Manan, but he's suddenly going to be double peaked by Pasha Sahil and by Ribby, and he's going to be taken down. It's 16-9 in the favor of Invictus. VAC Banned picking up just a single round on the terrorist side of Overpass. And yeah, they need to just go and they need to work on that T side.
Yeah, they need to work on T side. The CD side was actually pretty clean, in my opinion. Yeah, sure, the anti-egos weren't that great. They had to go for double egos. But if you look at the buy rounds, when they had the rifle buys, they were actually kind of holding their own against Invictus. But, you know, just looking at the T side, even if they had a 9-6 or a 10-5 scoreline in their favor, I don't think they would have really got anything going. Because Invictus, they kept switching it up, and a lot of aggression. And especially, that last round was very telling. The way Excali just ran out of connector with an auto shot, he got 2 kills. That's the level of aggression Invictus was showing on the CD side. Even though they were playing from the sites, those setups are pretty aggressive setups, and VAC Banned, unfortunately, they really didn't have any answer.
Yep, I agree, and it's just, I mean, like I said earlier as well, right? They need to go back, they need to review a couple of demos, they need to, because I was impressed by their CD side. Like I said earlier, like, if it wasn't for that economy, you know, the loss of the economic battle, they would have probably ended up with 11 rounds, but yeah. 11 rounds, it's it still wouldn't have been enough for them. But anyway, that's enough from us. More from the studio, where Vagish and Mamba are waiting for you. I was Adi, and joining me was Blair. But for now, back to the studio.
Welcome back to the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership. Ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed was, in fact, okay, brief insight. Should we tell the viewers what happened? So before this match began, before we threw this game to, we did not throw this game, because we threw the entire stream to the game before we left the studio, or rather, after we ended the studio segment, before the game began. Me and Mamba had a discussion. Mamba was like, what was your prediction, Mamba?
16-10.
And I said 16-8. So Mamba and me, the moment the match got done, we both looked at each other and we like fist bumped and like, na teri na meri, neutral grounds. 16-9 the scoreline in favor of Team Invictus there. Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing showcase of gameplay.
I mean, would have been 16-10 had it not been for Excalibur rushed down through the door and went through connected. Got through 2 kills with the shotgun, with the auto shotty, and well, it just happened. But overall, I think Invictus, obviously, even though there were certain parts where they seemed, I won't say they seemed a little shaky, but there were small mistakes made, but they were just the better team for the day. And VAC Banned, I mean, they've been making some mistakes. Even Adi pointed out, right? He pointed out one specific situation when it's a 3v3. Gather up, huddle up, and go to a bomb site. What's the worst thing that could happen to you? You'd probably find 2 players on one bomb site, and that's something Adi mentioned, and it's absolutely true. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But certain things, I think it was Jimmy and Freakill on VAC Banned who were playing their hearts out. They tried really, really hard.
No. Props to VAC Banned. They tried so hard, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to code Linkin Park. No, but jokes apart. Okay, jokes apart. I know you guys have lost, but don't lose heart. That's what I'm saying. Never lose heart. The war will keep on going till the point of time you decide to lose heart and say, okay, I hang my boots here. I can't do any more in this.
Mouse.
That. A mice or keyboard in that point. Yeah, you get the point, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have for you guys from Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Here we have Dota 2 lined up next, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.